this fine Monday. I hope you're all well. Welcome to the Daily Templar Report with me, your guest presenter, Jim Dowson. How are you all? Hope you're well. I was talking to Americans at the weekend. I was on some American radio show. But my goodness, great people, great show. But wow, the amount of adverts that keep running. And I think that happens in America with even normal TV. Just adverts. Crazy stuff. Never seen anything like it. An hour show, and I think it must have been 20 minutes of speaking and 40 minutes of adverts. No adverts in the Templar show other than the ones I bring you, which I'll be bringing you this later on. Oh dear, this thing here, this wicked looking thing. There we go. But anyway, let's start off. Let's see who's in the room. Let's see. Colette Whitney, God bless you. How you doing? Somebody's birthday. Jonathan Boudin, happy birthday, Jonathan Boudin. God bless you, my French-Canadian brother. Andy McBride, God bless you all. Wes Stover, how you doing? God bless you. Uncle Paddy, nice to see you in the room, Uncle Paddy. Jonathan Boudin, happy birthday. Philip Milne, still stuck in Florida, lucky guy. Ralph Raleigh, Lady Rotha, God bless you. Nice to see you in the room again. Very knowledgeable woman. Wee Mouse, I know who you are. God bless you. Miss Sherry B, how are you doing? Who else have we got? Mike B freaking A. Yes, from Alberta, Canada. Natasha M. What did you say there? Let's see. Nothing surprised me. Andy, Colette Whitney, Ralph Raleigh. Who else have we got? Les Androchovich, nice to see you. Clinton Dixon. Clinton, how you doing out there in Texas? Cold in Texas. It's unbelievable. Last time I was there sweating. Naomi Ford, God bless you, sister. Nice to see you in the room. Malcolm Cook. Yes. Paul Telford in sunny Liverpool. Nobody so sunny today. Bartley Burker, God bless you. Joseph Taylor. Who else have we got? Cassie Scruggs, how you doing? Nice to see you. Gary Hardwick, nice to see you, brother. Jacob Lewis. Sir Johansson, how are you, sir? John Monkman, nice to see you as well. Who else have we got? Michael McGuffin, how you doing? Nice to see you. Nick Thompson. Nick's in the room, how you doing? Kenny P, lovely to see you too. John Monkman. Mr. Bodine, I think I've seen. Who else did I see? I think Bowden, Mr. Bowden, yeah, that's who I've seen. Caught me eye. Lady Matriarch, lovely to see you as well. Colton Straightson, Stuart Duncan. Who else have we got there? Joseph, Big Joe from Glasgow. How you doing, Joe? Good man. Kenneth Driver, Gary Hardwick. Who did I see there? Conrad Broom, yes, Conrad Broom. Casey, so yeah. Troy Otto, yes. Jake Liberty, how you doing, Jake? Give my regards to your good lady as well. The Scorpions in again. Hey, in the room, that boy. Always just creeps in at the end. Tim Schroeder, God bless you and your wife, the wee mouse. Good word that, the wee mouse. Now, a special word of thanks to Big Joe from Glasgow, because Miss Franson, Jada Franson, was over in Scotland at the weekend and doing a bit of campaigning, and Big Joe, as usual, looked after her, put her up, ran about after her and took her all over the country. Thanks, Joe, you're a good man, and it's good to see people stepping up to the plate and helping folk when they arrive, when people rise up, because let me tell you, there's very few people who are prepared to put their head above the parapet. And look what happened to her. The Muslim sued her and she lost her house. She was thrown in jail. By the way, they're still threatening to jail her. It's unbelievable. So when somebody with the courage to stand up, and she's no stupid person, when somebody has the courage to stand up, it is up to the rest of us, maybe who don't have the courage, to support these people. Remember the old times in Britain when the Catholic religion was outlawed? Same happened to the Protestants, but the Catholics made much more of a big deal of it. But priests had to creep about, and they were killed if they were caught. And a lot of people's houses, they dug out special places behind the fireplace called the priest's hole, where they can hide the priest and all that. And people rallied to the cause. Same with the Protestant struggle in Scotland. The Covenanters, people hid them, and if they were caught hiding the priest, they'd be killed along with the priest. So it's up to us, everybody, to do our bit to help those who God has chosen and marked out to stand up and to be the sacrificial lamb. It's up to us to support them. So well done, Joe. Well done, the Scottish lads who supported her. I know she had a horrendous time with the police. Police were going to people's houses to stop them going to any meetings, stopping them on the motorway, unmarked cars, anti-terror cops, the whole shebang. Everywhere that poor woman goes, she gets treated like some kind of international terrorist. It is incredible. I don't even get treated like that. I really don't. I don't get anywhere near the level of treatment that she gets. It's insane. But does the girl stop? No, she doesn't. She keeps going. So well done, Joe, and well done, everybody. And I know a lot of Templars support the woman. God bless you. And she's on tonight, I think, after this show, 7 o'clock or something. So an hour from this starts. You can go and watch her on that. So God bless each and every one of these. Let's have a wee bit. Oh, aye, like the video, click subscribe, press the bell, comment below. Now, Andy said to me, when you try and share this video on Facebook, it bans you. Yeah, of course, don't share anything with Templars on it. Yeah, you get banned all day.
For YouTube?
So, yeah, so he says, but...
I would understand if it was the main website.
Yeah.
YouTube.
But,
share the purge.
aye, share the pods video. Just share pods for now on. Just share pods. But YouTube should be alright. So, Andy, you need to clarify that for us. Been interesting to see Jacob Lewis. How you doing? Right, I want to read a wee bit of scripture here. Where is it? Lost it now. What did I do with it? Oh my goodness. What have I done with it? I put this marker in there. Ah, here we go. It's chapter 29 of Proverbs. And it's verse 16. When the wicked are multiplied, transgression increaseth, but the righteous shall see their fall. Amen. Lovely wee bit. Again, the Proverbs kind of beat it. I hope you all enjoyed the service yesterday. We're in the Proverbs for wisdom and choosing spouses and all that. It's very, very good stuff. So we know God will add his blessing to this, the public reading of his own holy, inerrant and inspired word. Amen and amen. So that's that. What have we got for you all today? Let me put this Bible safely out the way. Do you know, I don't like people who just throw Bibles down. It's a bit like, I think it's probably a Western thing, but I don't like to see Bibles on the floor. It's people reading their Bible, then they put it on the floor. Oh, I don't like that. You know, I don't like people putting their national flag on the floor or letting it touch the ground or behaving in an inappropriate way. But same with the Bible, it's a holy and sacred object. That people say it's only a book. No, it's God's book. God's book. So you've got to be careful where you put it and place it correctly and don't have things sitting on it. You know, I could just put that in the desk now and have that sitting on it. I don't want to do that. I wouldn't do it. So, you know, just have a bit of reverence for God's word and your national flag. I hate when I see flags trailing the ground and all that. It's no good. It's all part of the lack of decency and, you know, normal manners and what we used to have. And now you've actually got to go out in the limb and teach them to people because they don't know them. Because you used to get this at school when you were a wee boy. You always stand up, salute the flag, you know, all this stuff, and fold your flag up and put it away properly. If the Bible was out, somebody carried the Bible, and when everybody had to stand up and the Bible was put in the teacher's desk and they read a bit of scripture, and then we'd all pray and sit down. You know, that's all gone. So it's not the young people's fault. This is not getting taught anymore. So it's our duty to teach them. So please, let's all do that for the young people. Yeah, sacrilege, putting Bibles in the floor. Do you know, I've seen a thing. I digress, so bear with me. I was on the TV the other night. I don't go on the thing much. It's a wretched contraption sitting in your corner screaming all sorts of nonsense at you. You wouldn't put up with it if it was a human being. Anyway, I was watching this thing and I thought, oh, Christian. They call it Christian. Oh, let's have a look at this. And it was a load of weirdos with beards and hats and piercings. There's Christians, Christian youth workers. I thought, really? So they become like the youth rather than try and make the youth like Christ. The whole thing's back to front. And they all had hats on. Nobody was taking a hat off. They were all reading their Bibles. Then they just threw them down. And some of them just put them down on the floor. And I thought, they're just a joke. They're a joke. And this is why young people, who sometimes come into the church, but they don't stay, they go. Because you know when somebody's faking it, and you really want to be respectable looking. You want to. Our job is to try and make the young people more Christ-like, not make us, the church leaders, more youth-like. That's not a gig. I went to a Presbyterian church recently before the lockdown. It's an old-fashioned Presbyterian church, 200 odd years it was built. And it was, you know, I thought, that'll be all right. Went in there. There's a drum kit up in where the stage is, where the pulpit is, a drum kit, and all the kids come in with long shaggy hair. They looked a mess. They're all wearing dirty trousers and tracksuits and sports equipment, and some of them had t-shirts like Megadeth and heavy metal and all that. I said to the minister, what are you running here? What are you running here, sir? Why are you doing this? He said, oh, it gets the young people in. I says, put on free beer and free whores and the place will be full. Half the town will come here. Just put on a load of prostitutes and free drink and you'll pack their afters. Is that what you're after? Put in a couple of casino wheels as well. Put a couple of roulette wheels in. Do the whole hog. The place will be packed. You'll make millions, sir. But is that what you're after? Because that's what you'll get. If you use the tools of the world, you'll get the world. Simple as that. Idiots, these ministers. And he said to my kids, high five. And of course, my kids, being my kids, went, I don't think so. And just walked by him. He was ever so upset. But it's nonsense. Oh, aye. People, aye, the techie guy saying people might think you went a bit weird. I've got all this pseudo cream. It's for babies' bottoms, but I've got it all over my face because I broke out. I broke out in something. I don't know what it is. I've got, might be cheap aftershave. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know what it is. But anyway, excuse my hideous appearance. Lucky I'm not a vain man. Wait, with a face like this, how could you be vain? Let's face it. Anyway, let's bring this story to you from England. More utter madness. Transgender police officer who lived whole life as a man. What, are they dead now? No, I don't think so. Anyway, lived a whole life as a man. Self-identifies as a woman after 19 years in the force. Let's have a wee look at this individual. Strapping big fella. Oh aye, very fetching. Okay. West Midlands police officer Skye Morden, is that her real name? Said she always knew she was transgender but kept it a secret for years. The 44-year-old who wears a blonde wig to work and has makeup lessons has now come out as a woman after splitting from her wife. I never wrote this. PC Morden is on the waiting list for a physical transition treatment, but first social transition must do the social transition to demonstrate his commitment to doctors. She said that means wearing a wig and using some crayons. The force shared PC Morden's story online, but it sparked a backlash from some who questioned whether the officer would be given powers, this is interesting, to carry out searches on female suspects. PC Morgan, who is single and no children, said, I have always known I was transgender, even before I knew there was a word for it. Continues. My colleagues were used to seeing me with a shaved head and a Hollywood stubble. I was scared of what colleagues and members of the public will say and how they will treat me, she added. She says joining police WhatsApp group for LGBTQ plus members helped her find the confidence to be honest about her gender identity with colleagues. She's on the force's LGBTQ plus anti committee and is working with the West Midlands Police Federation on practical ways to help trans members. How noble. But I thought the police were paid for by the taxpayers. That's me and you, to catch criminals, to catch bad guys, people who are trying to murder you and stab you in the middle of the night and rob shops and burn down places and catch terrorists. Is it any wonder that Britain's awash with terror bombings and knifings and beheadings and shootings and killings and rapes? 1 million girls raped in England. 1 million. But resources and time and efforts get into helping the police some practical ways to help trans members. What are we running? And here's a picture here. She was one of the first people trained on tasering people. Honestly. Britain's, you phone the police now in Britain, sometimes they won't even come. They won't even come. They'll say, what's that about? Oh, somebody smashed my window. Not much we can do about it. See you later. Because they're all too busy with finding out practical ways to help trans members and LGBT members and ethnic members and other people who get butt hurt for no apparent reason. I never got the name of the book the other day, but I was watching RT Russia Today. The old man, that's right, aye, I remember that. Nobody came. The old man's shed was broken into here. Nobody came.
No. But then he said, if you don't come, I'll shoot him.
Aye.
There's 8 squad cars.
Yeah, the old guy, so the police wouldn't come out to this old man and his shed broken into, and he said, if they don't come, I'm going to shoot them. 8 squad cars then came, no doubt arrested the old man. But, and another man that put a flag out, outside his window, a national flag, and the police came and threatened to arrest him. And then there was another old man a few months ago who on Twitter said, I don't believe in trans, I don't believe there's such a thing. A policeman climbed in his window because the old guy wouldn't open the door and he says, have I done anything wrong? Have I broke the law? He says, no, but I want to talk to you about this. He said, I don't need to talk to you. I've broken the law, go away. This young LGBTQ policeman climbed in the old guy's window. I'm not joking, climbed in his window. The world went totally start raving mad. And it's not right. But we are under some kind of terror now. But it was a good book written by a guy, some professor guy. Now, he's not one of us. He's a kind of liberal lefty guy or a proper lefty, because the lefties are fairly on point with us. The real commies are actually in agreement with us with all this stuff, this trans stuff. And he's wrote a book talking about the lunacy of Western culture, how it's become a hierarchy of victimhood. And it's basically because people have got far too much time, far too much money, they don't have to worry about their bills, and they're losing their minds. And then all of a sudden, everybody's competing to see who can be the most aggrieved victim. And this guy has wrote this book, and it's a great book. I can't remember the name of it, but I'll try and find out. It's great, it's fantastic. But he's saying, and he is a lefty, not one of us. And he says, no, it's just people get too much money, too much time in their hands, nothing really to worry about, so they start imagining themselves as being victimised. And it just goes from there. And it's mainly based amongst the educated, upper working class, lower middle class type civil servant type people. That's it. You know. And of course, these people in this country have all this money for this trans and stuff because the state pays for it. I pay for it. And it's like £50,000-60,000 at least, but we pay for it. But there's people on the waiting list for hip replacements, heart operations, and all the rest of it. So people are dying all over the place, but the money's going there.
I'm sure it'll be the rate as well if people transition back.
Oh, aye. That's another thing that gets ignored. The amount of people who do this when they're young and then want to transition back a few years later is huge numbers. And we pick up that bill as well. Look, I'm off of personal freedom. If you want to chop bits off yourself or stick bits onto yourself, paint yourself pink with blue polka dots and dance around with a tutu on, knock yourself out. Just don't ask me to pay for it. Just do it yourself. Save up, do it, go on with your life. That's it. But don't ask me to pay for it. Don't ask me to set up a support group within a company or an organisation like the police that I'm already paying for. Because I'm paying for things double then. It's ridiculous. Right, let's go on to the next. Oh, aye, before we go on to the next story. I'm fed up with all this stuff. They're all crazy. Right, a wee bit of QVC. See, we don't have adverts like the Americans where all this funny music comes on and everything. It's just me. Not yet, anyway. Oh, I couldn't be bothered with all that, could you? All that weird music. Hi, this is KFC. Do you want to, phone toll free, QVC, who can be bothered? And then when the advert finishes, I'm not making fun of these people because I'm very fond of them, they're very good people. I know it's an American cultural thing, so please, I'm not having a go at you at all. I know that's the way it is there to pay for things. I get it and I support it. But then when the advert finishes, then the people's theme music comes on. It's really strange for a Brit or a European to witness that. But, America's the capitalist capital of the world. They do well. They've built a huge country on it. Who am I to say? But so please, if anybody's watching it from the show, I'm not having a go at you. I thought it was really interesting, but just very strange from a wee man in Ireland. We don't have that.
Elevator music as
Yeah, it's always the Well, I might do something. I might start doing this. From the Templars, I bring you the War Mace. There we go. How did that work? No, probably not. Okay, here's the War Mace. I don't know if there's a link up there for it, brethren. There's the War Mace, solid steel, a ferocious looking creature. Again, don't order this if you're Australian because the Australian government don't let them into your country. So don't get one of them. Now I don't see a link anywhere for it.
I don't know,
Is it there? All right, that's that. Okay, now let me show you another thing. What's this thing called? The War Axe. And the War Axe, a ferocious and mean looking thing if ever I've seen it. Look at that there. Yeah. So there we go. That's the War Axe. Is that it? Do we have some up
the
for
axe
it?
is going up.
Yep. And here's the other thing. This the Scottish can opener. I don't know about that, but this is sharp as well. You see, it's all sharpened up. A ferocious looking thing. These things they're all on monthly payments. They're quite reasonably priced considering what they are. These are not cheap nonsense coming in from China. These are solid steel, weapons grade steel. They're very good. Leather grip there. I like this. It's a nice piece of kit. But it's pretty grim looking, it's pretty ferocious. So we've got them. And the last thing here I'll show you is this. What do you call this now? Keep forgetting the name of it. This is the War Hammer. This is my favourite. I like this. Look at the quality. Look at the metal there. It's all one piece of metal. That's on that. And it's just, I just love it. It's beautiful high carbon steel. It's got spiky bits everywhere, pointy spiky bits, big hammer, this here. And of course this would be and studs all the way down the solid wooden shaft. Metal tip, metal base. It's just the most ferocious thing. You can get this in Australia and you can get that in Australia, but not the other thing. So please avail yourself of these. We've got a brand new shipment just in. So if you need these.
The troll tenderizer.
The troll tenderizer. That's a good one, Jonathan. Yeah, the troll tenderizer. Oh, dear me. But these are good, and we've got a load of them in. And by the way, it's very surprising. Loads of people are buying weapons right now. We're surprised the last week gone wild. So, join in, get into it. It's fantastic. I don't know what's happening. Maybe the book's going out.
There's some there for me at this point.
Yeah,
I
so
can get it before Christmas.
yeah, this is you can get some of these. You can get that before Christmas, and you can get that before Christmas if you order today. These are in stock. These are actually in stock, and we've got a couple of these left. Wait a minute, we can get out before Christmas. These jobs, the huge Templar, big desk ornament or beautiful centerpiece for your kitchen table, your dining room or something like that, or on your mantelpiece. Look at that. I mean, this is a piece of kit. This is serious. I think we've got one of these left. One. There's more coming in. There's more coming in the end of the week, but there's one sitting in the store, and we can have these out tomorrow, UPS, and you'll have it in 2 or 3 days. Okay? So please avail yourself of all these items, and all the money, as you know, goes right now to the building fund. Everything is going to the building fund. My life's blood, my very breath is invested in that building. I was out the other day, totally freezing. Now, let me just show you what we're doing. Oh, that's good, brother. That's the front of the building now. The other side, the opposite side, the arch, the second arch is up. Look at that. Look at the height of it. The peak's just about to go up. There's me up the wall. Look at it. You see, it's quite a substantial building. It's a serious building. Do we have a view there on the other side? Yeah, where is that? I don't know where I am.
That's the end.
Okay, so that's between the upper chapter house and the lower chapter house. There's a 3 foot a difference. So that's the upper chapter house, and the head is going on that tomorrow. That's the outside from the, I don't know where side. That's the rear. That's up next to the priory. Did we have a picture of the other side, brother? The one I was climbing about in the mud today?
Yeah, we showed that first.
Oh, we showed that first, right. So it's 3 arches in the one chapter house. There's the upper chapter house, the lower chapter house. So we've got an arch door, square head door, arch door. And it's quite a big complex, as you can imagine. So it's sucking the very lifeblood from me. But at the same time, it's inspiring me with the Holy Ghost. I can't tell you how proud I am to be involved in this project. And you have made it happen. You, not me. I've put a few pound in. But, you guys have put 99.9% of the money in. That's the bottom line. So it's yours. It belongs to you anyway. It's yours. The order owns it. I don't own it. The Priory doesn't own it. The order owns everything. So it's yours. And I hope you're very proud of it. Bartley Burker saying no belt today. No. We'll see how we go on. Maybe I'll go and get the belt and make a fool of myself tomorrow, Bartley. Thank you very much. Just a quick note, remember? Yes, it's 2 gyms high, so it's not very tall. It'll go higher, it'll be 3 gyms high. We're looking into now getting the conference rebooked again, scheduled, because everybody's paid and so on and so forth for Texas. I'd say around about March. We're aiming for March, and we can even get a bigger crowd, because now we can invite more people and all the rest of it. So we should have a great conference, folks. Make sure you're there. We'll have that sorted. Maybe the week between Christmas, we'll put a lot of effort into it and get it done. But I cannot wait to see us all again. I really mean that. The conferences are the highlight of my year, especially, and anybody in Europe watching, don't be offended, but especially in America. I love my American brethren so much, and I have such a lovely time there when I'm over there. It gives me 6 months of energy. I'm not joking. It really inspires me for about 6 months. These are great, so I look forward to it. Right, let's get in. Measurement in Jim's eye. Jim's I'm 5'8", so I'm not very tall. I'm 5'8", 13.5 stone, which is a giant in Central Scotland. I'm a giant of a man in Central Scotland, but borderline pygmy in America. That's Dustin McGuire. He's a lovely man. Justin, you're a good comrade and a good friend of mine, and the times I've spent with you have been very, very enjoyable. And you're a wise fella. You're wise beyond your years, brother. Wise beyond your years. So he's a nice fella, Dustin. So we hope to see you there. Right, I want to bring this story because it's very interesting. The WHO, boo, we don't like them. Who's that there on the screen there? Who's that we're looking at? Oh, aye. The WHO, the boss of the WHO, the World Health Organization, Tedros could face genocide charges. Oh, we live in hope. The head of the World Health Organization, Dr. Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus, what? His second name, right, his last name, you work it out, Ghebreyesus, Ghebreyesus, faces calls for prosecution over his alleged involvement in directing security forces in his Ethiopian homeland. Let's read on. Dr. Tedros was the country's health minister from 2005 to 2012 and its foreign minister until 2016, when his communist Tigray People's Liberation Front, TPLF was the main member of the ruling coalition. Analysts reportedly, including American government officials, have listed the TPLF in the global terrorist database. The Times, David Stearman, an economist and campaigner nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize last year, lodged a complaint at the International Criminal Court in The Hague. He alleges Tedros was a crucial decision maker in relation to security service actions that included killing, arbitrarily detaining and torturing Ethiopians. This is the very man you want to make head of the WHO. Wonderful. And, it's just playing into what we already thought of the WHO, isn't it? The complaint to prosecutors at the ICC comes after General Berhanu Yulu, Ethiopia's army chief of staff, called last month for the WHO leader to resign. He accused him of trying to procure weapons for the Tigray region, where the Ethiopian army is fighting local communist forces. He accused Tedros of being involved in intimidation of opposition candidates and supporters, including arbitrary arrest and lengthy pre-trial detentions. According to the Times, the complaint also alleged that Tedros oversaw the killing and causing serious bodily harm and mental harm to members of the Amhara, Konso, Oromo and Somali tribes with intent to destroy those tribes in whole or in part. Tedros has denied the allegations and any wrongdoing. As recently as last month, he issued a statement addressing the current situation in Tigray. A guy with this kind of clout hanging over him, should he really be made the head of anything, let alone the World Health Organization? Do you believe us now when we tell you, and we have told you for decades, the WHO are no use? They're part of the opposition. They're part of the sort of UN agenda to absolutely destroy mankind. So this WHO, the UN, and all these other, they are WHO. The techie guy said they are called willing homicidal oppressors. What a great word. They're willful or willing homicidal oppressors. That's true. So we don't want anything to do with these people. And we've been telling folk for years, look, these folk are no good. They have not your best interests at heart. They are Luciferian in nature. Yes, Luciferian in nature. And a lot of people I meet in the right wing, they always want to blame the Jews. I say, the Jews do it. Well, I'm sure this man's not a Jew. Listen, get into your skull. The devil uses everybody, but if you track back who's at the root of all this evil, it is Lucifer, Satan, the devil. So give it a rest with the Jew stuff. Give it a rest with the skull and crossbones people. Give it a rest with the Bilderbergers. Give it a rest with all of these Masonic and all these other conspiracy theories. Look, trace it all back. There's one creature behind the whole lot. The man with the tail and the horns, Lucifer, Beelzebub, Satan, the devil himself. All these other people, yes, they may well be wicked and evil doings. They might well be all involved in it. But they're only his minions. So you have to deal, look, if you've got a fire in your house and the fire's 10 feet up your wall, you don't start putting the fire out up there. You put the fire out down there where the root of the fire is, the seat of the fire. That's the only thing that's effective. So if you're attacking the Jews or the Masons or the Bilderbergers or the Rothschilds, you're way up the wall. You're never going to put the fire out. The fire's there. It lies in the bosom of Satan himself. Satan, the devil, Beelzebub, whatever you want to call him. That's where the evil is emanating from. So if you're only dealing with the symptoms, you're not dealing with the disease. Do you understand? It's nonsense. And I'm fed up with folk ranting and raving at me about, oh, Jim, you need to talk about the Rothschilds. No, I don't. I need to talk about the Rothschilds' master, the person who sends them out to do their wickedness and their evilness. And that is Satan. That's who I need to talk about. I don't need to talk about his minions. Why would I talk about his wee helpers? I want to talk about the boss, the Prince of Darkness. That's who I want to attack. That's who I want to destroy, the Prince of Darkness. Wasting your time dealing with his minions. Yeah. So this is what we need to watch. This WHO are going to impose on us homicide by various means. I can't use the word, but it begins with a V because we're on YouTube and you get banned for talking about this certain thing now. So there we go. Right, that's all I've got for today, apart from I want to read you a wee tiny bit from the book. Can you believe it? I've had to do a reprint already. Can you believe that? The Moldovans are working on it as we speak. Okay, because this is published out of Moldova because we couldn't publish it in the West because we would get into trouble. We merely distribute. We are not the publisher. We are not the printer. It's all done in the East because if we did it in the West, we would all be in jail. That's the reality. Still might be. Who knows? Anyway, the Moldovans don't really care, but be handy if we're not all thrown out in jail. Right, I'm in the page 197, and the chapter's called Alabama and the End of Politics. Just read a wee bit. As Christians, we naturally applaud the decision by Alabama, Missouri, Georgia, Kentucky, Mississippi, and Ohio to curb racially the satanic mass baby murdering spree unleashed on the innocents of America by the liberal elite through the Roe versus Wade judgment, 1973, I believe. Let us have aside the question of whether ruling out rape and incest are exceptions to an abortion ban is a matter of high principle or a PR gift to the baby murderers lobby, which provides a classic example of how to search for perfection is often for the enemy the best outcome possible. Instead, I want to warn pro-life and conservative Americans against triumphalism or complacency, because I have to tell you that this is the high water mark of the last conservative tide. Change is coming to America, and it will not be changed for the better. You have probably already worked out that the tactics of the pro-lifers in Alabama are unusually sophisticated for the often clod-hopping, stupid conservative movement. The whole idea of such a radical and virtually complete ban on abortion is to goad the Liberals into taking the ban to court. Then they expect a succession of courts to overturn their ban until the case goes all the way to the Supreme Court. By the time it gets there, they believe, Trump's choice for replacement judges will have created a firm conservative majority there who will promptly confirm the legitimacy of the Alabama's defence of the unborn, creating the precedent that will roll out nationwide. We'll end the thing there. An excellent thing. And there may be a wee bit of confusion there, so I'll explain it. Pro-life campaigners, they really don't understand. They're not professionally trained campaigners for a start, most of them. The Alabama ones seem to know what they're doing. When I've been pro-life for many years, or decades, and I've been outside clinics all over the world, including America. And if you're on television, the first thing I say to you, Jim, you know, why do you want to ban abortion? What about rape? It's the first thing. And the conversation on the TV or on the street goes nowhere else then. It's just a debate about rape. My personal opinion is no abortion, even for rape. Because it doesn't unrape a woman. It just makes her the mother of a dead baby and a victim of rape. It's my personal opinion. Can I push that opinion on anybody else? Can I win an argument with that? No, I can't. So right away, I cut it off because we want to get down to the nitty-gritty about the barbaric and brutal nature of chopping babies up in the mother's womb. So if somebody says to me, Jim, what do you say about rape and incest? I say, look, I'm a Democrat. I'm not really, but let's just say I am. Okay, I'll tell you what I'll do. If that's the only thing that's bugging you, but is that it? You know, this is a real bugbear. Yep. Okay, let's ban all abortions other than those for rape and incest. Let's keep them. Let's keep them. Now will you join in my crusade to ban the 99.7% of all other abortions? Of course they won't. But then the audience listening to this sees what we're looking at here. We're looking at somebody who's a deceiver, who's using hard cases to push their point. So, you know, I don't personally believe in that, but I could live with it. So, okay, we ban abortion. We'll keep abortion for rape and incest. You're going to knock off 99.7% of abortions. That's something I could settle for. Now, I will still then, after that, once that's established, I will then campaign to knock off the other 0.3%. You better believe it. I'll never stop until it's all banned. But if we can get rid of 99.7 overnight, that'll do me for now. That'll do. But no, pro-lifers get so intransigent. No, I won't do that. And they just keep arguing those same points. It's like an open goal for the opposition. We've got to be, what does the Bible tell us? We've got to be as wise as serpents, but as gentle as doves. We've got to use the head, folks. Politics is a sophisticated game, and we have to argue. That's not a cop-out, but we do have to be pragmatic in the season. And then when we establish a beachhead, then we push forward. I've been explaining this for years, and people don't get it. Yep. Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Harmless as doves, that's right. Gentle, yeah, sorry. Harmless as doves. But that's what we need to see. So we need to get rid of these barricades. What about rape? Okay, we'll keep abortion for rape. Next question. What about incest? Okay, we'll keep abortion for incest. Next question. And, you know, you'll soon point out that these people just want to kill babies, period. And anybody listening to the argument then looks as them are the monster, and we are the reasonable and very nice people. But they'll get you bottlenecked in that rape or incest, and you're telling a woman whose father's raped her that she must have that baby. Your argument's lost. You're never going to win that in a million years on television, on radio, or on the street. You won't win it. So don't go there. Just cut off their escape route and then go in and show the people that they are the murderous people. And it works every time. It works every time. So, we're seeing a bit of speculation coming up there that Trump may pardon, what's his first name? Julian Assange. Well, President Trump, please don't. Julian Assange, be careful, I'm going to tell you something you won't like, because everybody puts him up as the poster boy of free speech. He is trash. Julian Assange first came to prominence because he got somebody in the British National Party, Nick Griffin used to be the boss of, stole the entire database and put it online. Who put it online? Julian Assange. He put it up on WikiLeaks. We had people burned out of their homes, we had people physically attacked, and we had hundreds of people lost their job. Because in Britain, although it's a political party with political representation and totally illegal and non-violent, you're not allowed to be in it and be a policeman, or a civil servant, or a church person, or a fire brigade man, or an ambulance driver. Anything like that, you cannot be in the BNP. So hundreds of people lost their jobs, several people were attacked, people's houses were burnt, people's cars were burnt. Julian Assange did this and was very proud that he'd done it. That's Julian Assange. That's who he is. He's not a great free speech advocate. He's a crazed, mad, commie, pinko, liberal ratbag who put people's lives in danger across Britain by putting 18,000 people's names up for public view. Their names, their phone number, their dates of birth, where they worked, where they lived, everything. He did that. I have no sympathy for Assange at all. None. Get him into Guantanamo Bay.
Same with Snowden.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah, Snowden, he's another one. Snowden's another one. Snowden, he should be on a rope. Snowden, don't make me laugh. It's terrible. So there we go. That's the way these people are. And people on the right think Julian Assange is some kind of hero or folk figure. No, he's not. He's a nasty, self-obsessed, narcissistic pinko. That's what he is. He hates America. He hates British patriots. He is not worthy of your time, folks. We had experience from him. If you don't believe me, ask Nick Griffin. Published 18,000 people's names, addresses, occupations, phone numbers, the whole shebang. The whole shebang. It was a nightmare. 2008 that was. Yep, so there you go. Well, that's all from me today. We've run over time a wee bit, but I enjoy speaking to you, and I hope you enjoy me speaking to you. That's more important, I suppose. God bless each and every one of you. Seriously, it's a great encouragement and a great source of strength for me and the other members of this priory and worldwide that we have such a loyal and decent audience filled with good and decent men and women. So thank you for being you. And I shall see you, God willing, tomorrow. We'll try and get Mr. Griffin on. See if he can come on tomorrow, maybe. We'll see what happens. But until tomorrow, if God spares me until then, remember, stick close to God. You won't go far wrong. Deus Volt!